What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Bitcoin today at the request of Martin himself. Martin, my man, we're doing this one for you. I had a lot of hyenas. Not a lot. I actually had a lot of saints, a lot of people who were very kind in yesterday's video. This one right here, BTC ETF approved. I was wrong. A lot of you guys are very kind and understanding and supportive, and I appreciate all of you. You know. To the haters, to the hyenas, as I like to call you, because you're nowhere to be found whenever I'm making right calls, correct calls. But as soon as I make one wrong call, and I've had wrong calls before, absolutely. I'm not perfect, man. Nobody is. But I own them. I put them in bold letters. I talk about it. I don't run away from it. Because that's just how I am. I'm tired of YouTubers who pretend that they're right even when they're wrong. That's not me. That's other YouTubers who I will leave nameless, but I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to just ignore it and pass it off as if I never claimed to be at the position I was. I own my shit, man. I really do. And forgive me for cursing, but for the hyenas that came out, man, yesterday in this video, you want to watch the first 2 minutes, I said that once the stock market opened, we'd probably see a surge up in price and then we would dump. This hour right here, 1400, that was when the stock market opened. That's when we saw a surge in price, and then that's when we dumped. And I said that we'd probably go a little bit higher than we did on any of these prices here, and then we'd move down. And that's exactly what we did. And I had one guy, who I will leave nameless, but as we were pumping here, he was like, "You're wrong again." Or like he was saying, "We're going to go up. There's nothing stopping it. It's different this time." It's always different this time, right, man? And he was, but like, where are you at now, man? Where are you at? I wonder if you're still going to be talking smack, even though we did exactly what I called for. He was talking smack, and we did exactly what I called for in yesterday's video. But man, this isn't about that. I'm not the type of person to run victory laps if I'm right, and I'm not the person to run away from my wrongs. You know, if I'm right, I'll address it. If I'm wrong, I'll address it. That's just my style. I know that that's not everybody's style. It should be a standard, but whatever. I'm not here to criticize other people either. What I'm here to do is bring you TA. I noticed something that very well fits into the narrative that I'm expecting for the price to drop. Besides the current price action, if it doesn't look obvious enough, we rejected. I know I said this in my past couple videos, but we rejected the overbought zone. Before I get into this, actually, Martin, I want to say, man, I'm a little bit confused by this part. I don't understand what you want for that. Yes, my thesis on LTCN and BCH is still the same. It hasn't changed. And then lots of YouTubers are proposing we go straight up from here with no pullback due to ETFs. Thanks, bud. Cheers. Thank you, my man. I know that you're not saying this, that you're just saying that that's what YouTubers think. Maybe you think that too. You're just asking for my opinion, and I appreciate that. I know, you know that I know I get what you're saying, right? And we can all have our different opinions. It's okay. We can all have the same opinions. You know, it doesn't matter. We don't have to be enemies just because we have different opinions. And I've noticed, you guys, that right now it feels like it really is like if you're a bear and I'm a bull, you're my enemy. If I'm a bear and you're a bull, you're my enemy. It doesn't have to be like that, man. We can have different opinions. Be wrong. We can give each other a little bit of shit, but you don't got to be so tribal about it. It's not like we don't have to battle each other. We're all trying to make money. I hope everybody makes money in this, whether you're bullish or bearish right now. If you're bullish and you bought a lot and the price dumps on you, don't sell. This is a bear trying to be on your side saying, don't sell if it goes down here. You bought up here. Suck it up, man. Own it. Own it. You bought up here. It went down while you thought it was going to go higher, like a lot of these hyenas do, man. Own it and buy it down here. Don't sell. The people that you're going to sell to are the ETF funds, man, are the institutional money. The people that everyone's expecting to buy up here, but they didn't buy up here. At least not yet. If it goes up and I'm wrong, okay, cool, whatever. That's okay, because guess what? I haven't sold either. Even though I do expect the price to go down. I full-heartedly do. I very much do. I would bet money on it, but I'm not going to because I'm not going to sell. I don't play that game, man. I'm in it for the long term. But again, anybody that bought up here, if you want to sell, that's up to you. It's probably a good area to sell here. But if it goes down before you sell, don't get the bright idea to sell down there, because guess what? You don't buy high and sell low. That's what they want you to do, man. So anyways, what I'm trying to say, hold on real quick, y'all. What I'm trying to say is that I do think the price is going to go down. I have some new stuff I want to present. The daily got rejected off its overbought zone. I know I said that before. on a weekly basis here, we are finding resistance at a previous area of resistance back here, okay? The bottom of this range is all the way down there at about 33.3K. We might go all the way down there, we might go somewhere, maybe we go to this weekly closing basis, which is right there at 36K, which is a specific area that I've been looking for in the past couple videos. But the thing I noticed, if we look on the monthly here, is that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green months in a row. 5 green months in a row. Have we ever had more than 5 green months in a row? Yes, yes we have. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we even continue to go up on the 7th month, but we close it neutral to the red side. We can call it neutral, not red. But 6 green months. But when was this? October of 2020. That was about 5 months, I think, or 6 months after the halving. The halving was in May. So post-halving, we had 6 green months. What did we do pre-halving? Well, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green months, but not 6. Okay. Has that happened in history before? It hasn't. It has. It's actually been exactly like that throughout all history, except for the early days here where we had some like crazy weird price action. But here it was like 1, 2, and then this one was the third. But then this one is green, but really you can see it says negative 45% up here in the percentages. It says negative 45. But the first halving ever was in 2012, and look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green months again. And we took a little pause. What did we do on that little pause? We didn't do a whole lot, but from top to bottom, we dropped 48%. Okay, 5 green months up and then 48% down. This was pre-halving. The first halving was in November of 2012. What did we have here? We had a neutral month, but that was, a couple neutral months. We won't really count that. That if you want to count, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green months, 7 green months. But again, I don't know if I would count the neutral months. I would count these 1, 2, 3, 4. You can call it cherry picking if you want, but if you want to call those months, then guess what? This was like in the first cycle. Things are absolutely different now than they were in the first cycle. We can chalk it up to that. But again, pre-halving, because the halving happened in November of 2012. This is August. From top to bottom, we dropped 36.75%. Okay, and then halving happened in November. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green months. So far, that's the maximum, and I'm pretty sure that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, ended the market. Whatever. Not 5 there. That's 3. Let's see. 1. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, no more than 5 here. The halving in 2016 happened in July. This month here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, but we've never seen more than 6 green months in a row, and we've never seen more than 5 pre-halving. We don't have a whole lot of historical data, just the whole amount of data that we have for Bitcoin's history, but it's still a very small amount of time frame, at least on a monthly basis. But here we are, pre-halving, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months green. And each time that we've seen this, right, if you were to go back and measure, like we have had decent pullbacks, right? At least 35% of a pullback. From here, a 35% pullback would take us all the way down below 30K. At one point, we saw greater than 40% pullback. You know what I mean? So absolutely, I think we're going to go lower from here. Not only that, but if we close the month here or lower, we still have 19 days and 17 hours. If things look like they are right now and they continue to look down and we continue to move down throughout the month, this month might close green and it just might be like neutral, right? We might be back here, but the RSI would still be very much near this overbought zone. And every time that we have rejected the overbought zone pre-halving, we have seen negative repercussions. There was one time here that we did reject the overbought zone, but then we bounced right back into it. It was kind of a one-off. I feel like, again, in the very beginning, the very early days, things are a little bit different, right? But even then, even here where we rejected the overbought zone here, we still moved down from a top to a low. We moved down 36.75%. Whenever we rejected the overbought zone right here, we moved down top to bottom 40%. Oh, and there's one more thing I got to address too, man. Because something that a lot of people have been getting wrong. We moved down from here, top to bottom, 72%. And I already did this one last time. That was the cycle. We dropped down 77%. The one last thing that I want to go over is the halving itself, because I've been seeing all over the place from YouTubers that I respect personally. I think they're very educated minds, but I think they're overlooking things because they're looking at it on a monthly basis. And when you look at it on a monthly basis, you can see these like pullbacks. They don't look like much, but they are. They're somewhat significant, right? In the midst of it, like this doesn't look like anything. It looks like you're moving straight up, but really you had a 40% pullback right there, a 36% pullback. The first halving. Let's see, the first halving here happened in November, okay? What did we have within like half a year? We're in January now, so January, February, March, April, right? We still have the whole month of January essentially. The halving's going to happen expected in like middle to end of April, so we still have that amount of time to February, March, April, right? February, March, April. So yeah, that'd be 3 months. What have we done 3 months before this halving? Right, the halving here happened in November. So we go back 1, 2, 3 months, top to bottom. That was the 36.75% drop pre-halving. Everybody's saying we're pre-halving. This is a bullish event. Bitcoin's not going to go down. We just got the ETF launched, which is, in my opinion, bearish, and we have the halving coming up, which is a bullish event. But it tends to stagnate price, and it actually tends pre-halving, right before the halving, we do normally have a little pullback, a normal pullback. It's healthy, 36%. That's 2012. 2016 was the next halving, and it was in July. Okay, so in the months leading up to that, what did we have right here? So June, July happened here. Even after the halving, we had a total of a 40% pullback. Okay, and this was after the halving. We continued to drop, but the halving, it didn't just pump through the halving. It never does. The last halving we had was in 2020, and yes, we had a what's it called? You know, we had a quite the bearish scenario with coronavirus. But even then, if we were to take the top of this month to the bottom there, that's still a 12% drop. Okay, that's not much, but really, truthfully speaking, 1, 2, 3 months before, from the top of that month to the bottom, we dropped a lot. And excluding the like scam week, if we took it from the monthly close, that's a 30% drop. However you want to label it, if COVID didn't happen, we probably still would have seen a drop. Okay, maybe it wouldn't have been 30, maybe it would have been 12%, but 12% of a drop there. What would a 12% drop from here put us at? That would put us at, you know, essentially 43.4K. And I would bet that if we move down that much, before the halving happens, like we're probably going to go lower. We're probably going to go lower. That's my genuine interpretation, right? The only reason I think that we didn't move lower here was because, for one, the halving happened. This wasn't like leading up to the halving. I mean, we did have a drop afterwards a little bit, but leading up to it, we did have this drop before. What I'm trying to say is we already had our dump here, right? It was kind of different circumstances. It was COVID times, right? A little bit of different circumstances, but nonetheless, you can't deny that we did drop still in the months leading up to the halving. We had our correction. We've had our correction every single time in the months leading up to the halving. We haven't had it yet this time. We've had corrections every single time that we've had 5 green months in a row. We haven't had it this time. We've had corrections every single time that we've rejected off of this overbought zone. Even this one that was like a fakey poo, we still had a 36% correction. We haven't had it this time. I'm very much convinced that Bitcoin's going to go down, guys. I'm not, you know, I can be wrong. I totally accept the possibility. But look at this, top to bottom, we're in that 786 area. Top to bottom here, 786 area, rejected it. I don't know, probably not here. Top to bottom here, 786 area. What was that drop, right? That was that 36% drop, right? 40% drop, my bad. It's kind of crazy how that happens, right? Even here, top to bottom, look at that. Just below the 786, kind of like now. And we had that 37% drop there. It all adds up, man. It all adds up. That's all I'm trying to say. So you can go ahead. Thank you all for the support and the love and the compassion to all those. But to the hyenas out there, you can go ahead and laugh it up, man. While you're at it, I was wrong about the news. My bad. Gary Gensler isn't my uncle. I lied about that. I don't have insider information. Nobody does. Anybody who wants to pretend that they knew that the ETF was going to get approved, nobody knew. Just like I didn't know that it was going to get denied. We're just assuming. We all have our opinions, and opinions can be wrong. But my TA, I'm very, very proud of my TA. And even then, I can be wrong, and I have been wrong on my TA. I will be wrong again. There's a lot in the charts right now, you guys, that suggest that we are about to dump. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index being at a 76 yesterday, the highest that we've seen it in in over a year. Let's see. Like literally since 2021, actually. So years. There's a lot suggesting that we're going to go lower, man. The sell the news event, all this stuff, right? The fact, like, yeah, I feel like I've gone over it. Everything I'm about to say, I'm just going to repeat myself. So I got nothing more to add. If you want to watch the video yesterday, where I literally called in the first 2 minutes, BTC ETF approval. I literally called this exact move. If you're one of those hyenas and you want to be like, you were wrong, it was moving up, we're going to continue to move up, you want to go ahead and watch that I wasn't wrong, go ahead and do that. I don't even know why I'm bringing that up, man. But I've gone too far in the video now to restart it and try to make a new one, man. I got nothing else to say. If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe to see more. If and when the price drops from here, don't sell, buy more. I'm not telling anybody to sell. I'm not selling. I expect the price to drop and I'm not selling. But if you were to sell, if you were to play the game, this would still be a decent area to play the game. We're still above this whole range here, and we have a very strong potential to go below this range. But I'm certainly not selling here. Do what you want. You're all big girls. You're all big boys. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Hit that like button. Subscribe to see more. And I'm enjoying your present now. Your presence, not your present. I'm enjoying your presence now to all the hyenas out there, but I'm curious as to where you will be in a couple weeks from now. I'm really curious as to where you'll be. I'm expecting the hyenas will turn into crickets. Halloween came early. They'll put on their costumes. Take care. Bye-bye.